For this next exercise, we need to turn on a couple of things in our preferences. The first thing that we need to do is go up to the Illustrator menu and go under Illustrator, go to Preferences, and go to Smart Guides. And I need you to check Construction Guides. Make sure that's checked. And make sure that your angles are set to 30-degree angles. And hit OK. After that, I need you to make sure that Smart Guides under the View menu is checked. Make sure those are checked. Those are very important to have. We are going to draw a box or a cube today that has 3 different values. And we're going to use a type of perspective drawing called isometric. Let me type that out so you can see what that looks like. Isometric perspective. And this is perspective that where there are no vanishing points. Let me back up. Let me correct that by saying no two orthogonal lines go to a vanishing point. And let me show you what I mean. They are orthogonal. Ortho lines are parallel. Can you hear the music over in the next room? Ortho lines are parallel. Okay, let's show you an example. Here's what I mean. If I were to keep going with these lines, let me do a line tool here. Where's my line tool? And I'm going to draw in red so we can see that. Oops. If I were to keep going with this line all the way back, those lines will never converge to a vanishing point. They're parallel with each other, and so are these. So are these lines. They're all parallel. Some of you, in fact, have started to draw this way. Isometric perspective, lines that don't meet. Now, there are a bunch of games and artists that draw in isometric perspective, and in design, it's used to get a more clinical way of looking at a 3D form, because everything is precise, and they're set to 2 different angles. And the first angle is 30 degrees. And the other one is 150 degrees. Let's get started with the pen tool. Remember that we have Smart Guides active. Let me turn on my cursor. That's on. Let me turn on my keystrokes. Okay, so we have our pen tool, and already with our Smart Guides, I see us little pink lines that are coming up and little pink labels. This one says align 0 degrees. So as you can tell, these Smart Guides are going to help us draw in perfect angles and straight lines and help us align things together. So let's start with the top of this box. And I'm looking for 30 degrees, and that says align 30 right there, align 30 degrees. And I'm just going to pick a distance for the top of this box right there. So I'm going to single click, and I'm going to come down to where it says align 150 degrees and single click. Right where it says intersect, it says intersect, so line 150 degrees, and it also says intersect right there. Intersect. I'm going to click there, then go up to align 30 degrees, click where it says intersect. It's intersecting with this point over here, so they're aligned with each other. And finally, we end off of our top of our box with this last anchor point. And now we have the top of our box in isometric view. Now we can do the sides. And in order to do the sides, I need to deselect this shape that we just did, because right now it's active. And in order to deselect, I'm going to hold down the command key and then click anywhere else on the page, and then release the command key. And then now this is not selected. And I can start on the left side of this box here. So I'm going to click here and here, right at those 2 points. Then I'm going to come down. And again, you can pick any distance you want. You can make a short box, long box, tall box. And then we want to go up 150 degrees where it says, until it says intersect. Notice that there's a pink line that's going all the way to the top to intersect. And then we go to the top and finish off that left side. We can hold command key down and click away to deselect it and start on our other side. 1, 2, 3, and here we want 30 degrees, and we wait till we get intersect, click, and then finally our last point, we have a box in isometric view. Again, everything and all of our orthogonal lines, or lines that are diagonal, are all either 130 or 30 degrees or 150 degrees. And they're all parallel with each other. I can go to my selection tool and select that entire box and duplicate it. I can explode the view or take this box apart by nudging using the arrow keys. And now I've taken those sides apart. But in this box, I want to actually colorize it with a grayscale, so with value. I'm going to go to my fill color, and we want 3 shades of gray. So this side's going to be the darkest gray. And then we click on this side. This will be lighter gray. And then finally the top will be the lightest gray. And now we have this toned in shades of gray. As you can tell, my light source is coming from over here somewhere. I can change that up if I wanted to by doing the opposite of that. Maybe it's more like this. Maybe this is closer to white. Now it's being lit from the opposite side. using smart guides in isometric view of 30 degrees and 150 degrees. And we've used different values for each side of the box. Now here's something interesting. If I wanted to change this box, and more specifically its height or how tall it is, I can do that very easily. But I need to choose my direct selection tool. So I'm going to click that, the white arrow. And if you remember, the white arrow selects individual things, little pieces of things. I want to select all 4 anchor points that are on the bottom here. And I'm going to do that by clicking and dragging around all of those 4 points. So I have those selected. And then I'm going to do Shift, nudge, up, and make this a really tiny box, a short box. And then I can group this together by doing Command G. Grouping together means that all of those shapes are now a part of each other, in proximity with each other, and they won't move around individually. So if I click here, that's not grouped, so these won't move apart individually. This, I can click anywhere, and it's always together. Grouping. Ungroup is Command Shift G. But I want to go back and Command G and group that together. And this time I'm going to duplicate this. It's just a fun little thing to do, is to duplicate that up. So now you have a stacked design. And I'm just holding down Option to duplicate. Just a fun thing to do. Okay, let's move on to pyramids in the next video.